Hello and welcome to our webinar about the value of social proof to increase direct bookings by Hotelchamp and TrustYou. We're very excited that you joined today, and we will start with introducing ourselves. So today's speakers is myself. My name is Katarina Sikora. I'm the marketing director at TrustYou. We are the world's largest guest feedback platform. We manage and collect and analyze reviews from all sources all over the world, and have tools and to offer hotels possibilities to increase and improve their guest experience. With me today is Luke from Hotelchamp.
Yes, thank you, Katharina. So I am the solution architect here at Hotelchamp. I am developing the product, improving the technology, and fundamentally increasing the conversion of our clients' websites. Just a quick thing about Hotelchamp. Hotelchamp is smart technology, which uses personalization and persuasion to increase the conversion rate of hotel websites. So today, the agenda, we will look first at how technology has transformed the industry and changed how guests book. We will then introduce the concepts of persuasion and social proof before going into why social proof is very powerful and understand how your hotel can utilize this to convince your website visitors to book when they're on your website. So to start off, I will pass on to Katarina, who will show you more about how people are booking.
Thank you. Exactly. So I'm going to dive right into the topic of how the web revolutionized the way we travel. There are many different factors that impact today's search and booking and traveling. So one of the most important factors is obviously mobile phones. Nobody ever leaves the house or travels without their mobile phones anymore nowadays. And we looked at some numbers and statistics. So 44% of travelers want their smartphones with them when they're on vacation in order to organize travel more efficiently. And 72% use it whilst booking restaurants on vacation, 52% browse travel-related queries, and 37% use their smartphones to book accommodation while they're actually on vacation on the go. So it's a very important device to actually influence also the bookings nowadays. And among US travelers, the number of mobile travel bookers has increased significantly to almost 60% in 2017 and still counting. So the web changed the way we search and book accommodation overall. And we looked at a TrustYou study, we looked at the booking and searching behavior of travelers, where we asked which online sources they use for travel inspiration most. The top 3 sources for travel inspiration are Google search, booking engines, and also Facebook. So it's not only what the web has to offer, but also what your friends have to say about their trips, and also what they experience. So this aspect of social has become a very important impact on the booking decisions nowadays. In the same study, we looked at the search and booking behavior in terms of where do they start their search. 91% of travelers turn to search engines, and 81% prefer to use Google. When they search for it, basically they search, 57% search for a hotel, 49% search for a location, and 31% search for both. So Google is where a lot of the first impression kind of happens, how you present your hotel. Luke is now going to explain how guests on average continue that search.
So yes, thank you, Katharina. So like you said, most people start their search on search engines such as Google. This journey is long and complex. Visitors go through on average 38 websites before making a booking. Pioneering research from Cornell and Google have unearthed what is now called the Billboard effect. Visitors are heavily using OTAs like Booking.com to discover hotels. So when you think about it, OTAs solve the search problem for people. I want to book a hotel, but what hotel to book? The good news is that when someone has found a hotel they're interested in on the OTAs, up to 75% then go to the hotel website. The problem is most of these people then go back to the OTAs to either complete their booking on the OTA or continue their search and book another hotel. So the fundamental question is, how to convince your visitors to book in this critical step when they are on your website. Today, we will focus on one of the 7 key principles of influence outlined by Professor Cialdini, which is social proof. The term social proof was coined by Professor Cialdini. Professor Cialdini has spent 30 years researching how to effectively influence people in their decision-making. Now backed by research in neuroscience and behavioral economics, these principles of influence can be used effectively to persuade your website visitors to book. So just to recap some of these principles of influence, we have reciprocity. So this is essentially, if you give me a gift, I feel a psychological need to pay in kind and return that with a gift or some form of action. Authority, if I believe you're a subject expert or have high status, I'll be more likely to trust you and follow what you do. So again, a famous experiment by Stanley Milgram found that people are more likely to give others an electric shock in an experiment if they were told to by a man in a lab jacket. So again, the power of authority in influencing people. Commitment and consistency. If I commit to you that I will do something, I will most likely do it, even if later on I change my mind and decide I don't want to do it. I will still do it because I committed to it and I want to be consistent in what I say and what I do. Scarcity. So this really goes back to caveman times. If something is in short supply, we value it higher and we have an unconscious desire to get it. Unity. So as a group, I want to conform to the decisions that my group is doing. So if my group is doing something, I will most likely do it as well. And finally, the 7th key principle is liking. So if I like you, I am more likely to do what you want. So these are different principles of influence that can affect people and influence them to make decisions. And they're very powerful in terms of conversion rate optimization. And today we will focus on social proof. So, what is social proof theory? Cialdini has found that when people are uncertain about what to do, we look to others to follow what they are doing. So this is extremely relevant for hotel websites where people are fundamentally uncertain. They are overwhelmed by the choice that they are making and the amount of decisions. So when you think about it, they have to decide where to book, when to book, how much they're willing to spend, what type of hotel they're looking for, what the other parties in their stay, so for instance, their husband or wife would like. Then when they're on the website, they have to decide what rates to select, what rooms to select. So there's so much choice, so much complexity. So social proof is very powerful in guiding them through this uncertain process. So now we will talk about the power of social proof. So there are really 5 types of social proof. And these are very different, interesting areas where social proof has effect. So experts, we follow what doctors and teachers say, for instance. So again, it uses the principle of authority. Celebrities, so research shows that we copy high status individuals as a behavioral mechanism to become high status and learn from them. Users, and this is really the core topic for today, users. We are looking at how other people have experienced a product or service that we are interested in using. So we're looking, and we see this, as Catherine has mentioned, we are looking at ratings, reviews, and testimonials before we make decisions. Wisdom of the crowds. So this is a great example of this actually is in sitcoms where they have, for instance, in Friends, where they have the audience, the crowd laughing. And this prompts us to find things more funny. So we are actually following prompts from what other people are doing as a crowd. And finally, peers. So we often take what our friends and our peers are doing as very good signals for what we should do. So as a general rule, the closer the person is to us, the more powerful the social proof. So this concludes different types of social proof. So Katharina, why is reputation management so important?
Well, Luke, thanks for giving that great introduction to the social proof. Well, reviews are basically the very, very essential nowadays in the booking and online searching process that every traveler does. 95% of travelers read reviews before making a booking decision. This is super important nowadays for hospitality because you have to be out there, you have to show your reputation to the world in order to actually get booked. And 76% of travelers are willing to pay more for a hotel with higher review scores. It's 3.9 times more likely for travelers to book a hotel with higher review scores given equal prices. So the reviews are very, very important, not just actually to get a booking, but also you can increase your prices and your average daily rate and based on what other customers or what customers have said about you in the way you display it. So what are the benefits of reputation management? So knowing that travelers are paying very close attention to your reviews online, you should be very well aware of it. So the benefits of reputation management are basically to increase efficiency with a review management in one inbox. So that's what we offer at TrustYou, various tools to improve and manage your reputation. In this inbox, you can reply to reviews. You have it all in one inbox. You don't have to go anywhere else. It's easy and it's time saving. You receive valuable insights with semantic and competitor analysis. So knowing not only what people are saying, if they liked it or not, but also knowing exactly what they liked. Did they like the room? Did they like the service? Did they like the location? And also, what did they like about your competitors, or what did they not like about your competitors? And really work and act upon those insights. Then have measurable KPIs with customer reports, so really knowing where you're performing well and where you should improve. Operational improvements with impact scores. Which categories impact your hotel the most? This is the central questions. Again, you can really look at the different categories and know exactly, for example, let's say Wi-Fi is not rated very high, so you should invest specifically in that area to improve your scores that is displayed all over the web. And last but not least, accessibility with mobile app and alerts. So really knowing at all times when a review is written and where, and really react quickly upon it to make sure that you're ahead of your reputation at all times. So we know that 85% of reviews are positive. So what could you do in terms of to not only manage your reviews, but also proactively receive more reviews? This can be easily done by actually increasing your review volume with guest surveys. So collecting your own reviews with a survey solution facilitates that process. So you can collect more in a shorter amount of times. And we found out in a TrustYou study that guests are 3.6 times more likely to leave a review when they're asked for it. If you receive an email in your inbox, I mean, put yourself in the shoe of a traveler, you've left the hotel and you receive that email in your inbox, you're more likely to just reply to that email than actually going out to a review site and submitting a review there. So having that in your inbox facilitates that process a lot more. Also, what helps to increase the review volume is to remind the guests when they're checking out to review their stay. So proactively at the reception desk, just remind them, hey, we'd really appreciate your thoughts about your stay. Please share your view. And then also what always helps is a small incentive or a raffle when leaving a review. So really trying to get more reviews proactively. Now you have all of these great reviews, you have your positive reputation. So what comes next? So like we said before, in order to influence bookings, you actually have to market that reputation properly. We offer specific tools, and I'm just going to walk you through it real quick. So for example, with the survey solution that we offer, you can collect reviews and also push it to Google or TripAdvisor to get more visibility. So it's not only you receiving that review, but also actually sharing this on Google or TripAdvisor, where travelers often start their search, like we heard earlier, that Google is the #1 search engine where people start their search for an accommodation. Another measure to market your reputation are rich snippets. Those are extra pieces of information that appear in the organic search. This is being done by adding reviews to your hotel website and influencing rich snippets then on Google. So I'll show you just in the next slide what this would look like. And also then we have the topic of review distribution. So stronger visibility by showcasing reviews on travel sites worldwide. So what we do as well, we have very great partnerships across the globe with various travel sites where we display the review scores. So by influencing your reputation positively, you will also have greater visibility on those sites. So like I said, I'm going to show you a quick example of what a rich snippet would look like. For example, here, our client NH Hotels, they have added the rich snippets and they have increased visibility on Google, which led to an immediate overall uplift of organic traffic and conversion. So you see here, it's marked in orange. Those are the rich snippets. So you would see the stars and you would see the rating and then the number of reviews that this rating is based on. So this number is actually taken from your own reviews that you collect and all the other reviews that are out on the web that we all summarize. So reviews are a big part of social proof and have a great impact on whether a traveler will book your hotel or not. So Luke will now explain how you can use it to really impact direct bookings.
Yes, thank you, Katharina. So the question is how to use social proof on your hotel website. So step one is to make your reviews visible on your website. Katharina has highlighted that 95% of visitors read reviews before making a booking. If you do not display your website, your reviews on your website, visitors will go elsewhere to find these reviews. They will go to places like OTAs, like Booking.com, where there is a lot of reviews, or even websites such as TripAdvisor, which is now basically also an OTA, which redirects people to OTAs such as Booking.com. Step two, once you have reviews on the website, it's vital that you customize these reviews. This means what type of review you're showing, where to place it, and how it looks on the website, so how it fits into your website. A great example is this Australian hotel, which you can see here. So here, this is a review message we place on the website. You can see we've displayed the great meta review from TrustYou. So again, due to our fantastic partnership with TrustYou, we have the ability to use their incredible reviews. A very unique thing about this is that TrustYou offers verified reviews. So these reviews which are verified to be authentic, so there is no review of fraud. So it increases the sense of trust. But you can see below, we also we filter out the best category. So you can see here the hotel does particularly well with location and service, 5 out of 5 for location, 5 out of 5 for service. So we filter out the best review categories. And then we also there below present a call to action button, so book now. So of course, this is a great trigger to get people to book. So we see this is very effective to get people to begin their booking journey and start to consider the website as a place to book. Moreover, you can see we've designed the message to fit quite nicely into the website using their colors. You can see the same level of transparency and the same coloring for the call to action. So step 3 is where to show the social proof on your website. So we know that visitors have a unique journey when they're booking on your website, and where they are on your website signifies a different set of needs. So for instance, we find that when people are on your homepage or your rooms page or a gallery page, they're exploring your website, they're trying to gather information. So here, because they're learning and trying to find more information, it is vital to show the reviews in this step. However, we also see that social proof plays a very important role further down the booking funnel. So when people enter the booking engine and they are faced with a lot of decisions and choices, we see an increase in uncertainty and that they are more likely to delay or defer their purchase decision. So in this stage, it is vital to reassure the visitor by showing your great review scores. So this is how you can place your reviews within the website journey, so where to show them. Step 4 is to personalize your reviews. So one of the huge benefits that we have with working with TrustYou is the access to their rich data on who is making reviews, which is incredibly powerful because people are more likely to be influenced by people similar to them who they can empathize with. So for instance, if I'm a family booker, I want to know, have other family bookers had a good experience with this hotel? Is this a good hotel for my family? Do they have the facilities for families? So Hotelchamp can identify who is making a booking. We have a deep integration with your booking engine, so we can see how many adults and children have been selected. And from this, we can establish if the person is a business traveler, a couple, or a family visitor, and then present personalized messages. So Katharina, and you can see here actually, you can see we also use the meta review. So you can see here for couples, train station is close, professional service. again, a meta review provided by TrustYou. So Katharina, how do the meta reviews work?
So the meta review works in a way, like I explained earlier, that we collect and analyze review from all over the globe in very many different languages. And we have a very highly sophisticated semantic analysis on which we base this meta review that Hotelchamp, for example, uses. So what we do is we can segment the different reviews into couples, families, solo travelers, or business travelers, so we can really make sure that the information is most relevant to your hotel and to your guests. We also can segment the different categories. So like I said, location, pool, vibe, amenities, very many different details that we can take out of every single review that we analyze and then put into context, which is also being done by Hotelchamp. Now look, how does this help to book direct?
Yes, definitely. So we also can use social proof as a way to reinforce messages to book direct. So what we found is hotels are having a lot of success by using direct booking incentives. So these are small rewards such as a free drink or, for instance, late checkout or early check-in, which induce a person to book direct when they're on the website. We know this is quite important because often people have already an account on the OTA, they're in the booking process on the OTA, so they need a reason to book on the direct channel. And a great way of reducing your commission spend is actually having a small reward. And social proof is a great way to highlight this reward, not only to show that this reward is there, but also to show that other people have experienced it and that they've had a good and positive experience. So you can see here in this example, there is a quote from TripAdvisor. The free drink at the bar was a nice touch, and TripAdvisor review, and then below it says exclusive to guests who book direct. So fifth is using social proof as a way of reinforcing your direct booking strategy approach. Sixth, use real-time numbers to increase a sense of social proof or create a sense of social proof. So again, we have a deep integration with your website and we know how many people are on the website at a given time. We know how many minutes ago someone last made a booking, and we also know the number of bookings in the last 48 hours. So these are great messages to show to your guests. I'm sure you'll have seen similar messages on OTAs such as Booking.com who have really mastered this. But these are fantastic messages to display because it shows that other people are interested in making a booking, and also shows that there are a lot of people on the website. On top of this, these social proof messages also have an effect of urgency. So by showing that other people are looking at the hotel and that there is a high demand, also it creates a sense of urgency that they need to complete their booking soon. So seventh, then use testing to see how effective your reviews actually are. So this is really relevant for hotels with a lot of traffic, typically chains, large chains, who have the volume of traffic to run A/B testing. So we have A/B testing software at Hotelchamp where you can see how we basically split your website into two halves. Half of the website will see this message and half of the website won't see the message. And then when we have enough data, we can compare the different performance of these two halves. So in this case, this is an example of an Irish hotel, a very large Irish hotel where we ran social proof messages. You can see here rich snippets of reviews. You can see here actually the second one is one for family, so also using personalization. We displayed this in a 6-month A/B test with quite a lot of traffic, several thousand bookings, and we recorded a 9.5% increase in conversion rate. So again, using testing to measure the effectiveness of different review campaigns. But eighth, also, with our platform, you have access to the performance of the different campaigns, whether using social proof or other methods. So you can see how effective these campaigns are at driving direct bookings and optimize based on the data that you're seeing. So great to launch the campaigns, but then to optimize them over time. So here you can see 8 different ways you can use social proof on your website and also optimize it to ensure that it has a very powerful effect. So I will now pass on to Katharina to conclude the key takeaways from our webinar.
Thank you, Luke. All right, so now we've heard quite a lot on how to use social proof to increase direct bookings, not only with reviews, but also many other smaller indications to help actually drive people to your website and also actually book direct. So the key takeaways are to manage and monitor and market your reviews and boost your review volume and scores. The better your online reputation is, the more bookings you will get, and even the more travelers are willing to pay for your hotel. Then make your reviews visible on your website. This will influence bookings and make your guests your testimonials. So really use what other people are saying about you and your hotel to your benefit. Then be creative and tailor your reviews. Offer the content that travelers are looking for, what Luke just explained. So really make sure that you personalize the experience on your website as good as possible. Then target your audience, test the reviews, and analyze the results for optimal conversion. And finally, increase your direct bookings, outperform your competitors, and save commission, which is obviously always a bonus. So now we have had some good valuable insights, and now we would like to know if there are any questions. All right. It seems like at the moment there are no questions, but that's okay. You can still think about this a little bit more. And also, if you have any more questions regarding TrustYou or regarding Hotelchamp, and also the concept of social proof and how this can really be used to impact your direct booking, please feel free to contact us anytime. And we're very happy to explain more, show you demos, and really show you what we can do for your hotels. We just received a question. All right. Okay, so we've received one question. We need to log in into an OTA. We could comment on just. Okay, I think this is a very directed question regarding a specific client. So we would kindly ask to address this to service@trustyou.com. I think that can help you a little bit further with the request. I think it's about how to log in and to reply to OTAs. All right, so I think, so please, again, just take that question and reply it and send it again to service@trustyou.com. They can definitely help you. Okay, so with that being said, we would like to thank you all for joining our webinar about social proof. Luke, thanks again as well for giving us all of these interesting insights.
Yes, thank you, Katharina. That was very interesting, and thank you for your topics and comments. It was very interesting to hear, and thank you everyone also from my side for joining. I hope you enjoyed the webinar.
All right, thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.